Whew, it is cold, everybody. Cold. Welcome back, everybody. I'm wearing a face mask. See, I can't talk, too cold. I'm wearing a face mask, so hopefully that doesn't muffle the sound in the mic too awful bad. It is the 26th of December, so Merry Christmas to everybody. I wanted to make a quick little video yesterday, but with family being in town and making Christmas dinner, it was more important just to stay with them and come out today. So today in central Ohio, when I walked out the door, it was 19 degrees. So this is definitely not going to be a very big ride. And in fact, the temperature gauge on the spyder is not even reading yet. And I let it sit there, warm up, went to the gas station, and now I'm outside of Lancaster, and I don't have one bar on the temperature gauge. So we'll just take it nice and easy. Number one, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. Mine was not too bad. Definitely looking forward to getting out of the house today and going for a little ride. And temperatures like this are really going to work my heated suit. It puts out plenty of heat, don't get me wrong, but you know, the F3 just doesn't, I'm not going to say it doesn't have any wind protection because there's a windscreen. But it's not the same wind protection as, say, an STS or an RT or a Goldwing or an Ultra. You know, something that's set up for touring. So I should be able to get about an hour, hour and a half before I succumb to the cold. And number two, I have not been on this road in the snow, so I don't know the places that drift over at all. But I will tell you this, when it's 20 degrees and people don't want to go outside and you're at the gas station filling up your Can-Am Spyder to go for a ride, you get the weirdest looks. Just letting you know. So like I said, today is just a nice easy ride just to get out of the house. It's frightening when I look at the forecast. The forecast calls for temperatures in the single digits and highs in the mid-teens, and you know, that's freaking cold. And it's a little bit cold for this time of year in this part of the country. You know, and I'm not looking forward to temperatures like that because when it's that cold, you know, the Spyder's gonna be parked. So I'm gonna have to find another way to get out and enjoy winter without upsetting the wife. Because if I'm at home, it's a secret, don't tell anybody, but I intend to get under her skin a little bit. So one nice thing about this road is the speed limit's 45, so when I come across areas like this, or you know, areas where snow has gone across the road, I'm already going slow enough, so hopefully we won't be sliding on any ice. And for those of you that ride all year round, you understand the complications of doing that. But for those of you that do not ride all year round, the biggest issue I have is the gas cap freezing shut, or, you know, I might be able to put the key in the ignition and start the Spyder, but like today, I started the Spyder no problem, but there, you know, for those that have Spyders understand, there's a secondary part to the switch. You can push the switch in and rotate it to pop the front trunk and or the frunk. So that's, you know, that's one of, besides the obvious, staying freaking warm, riding all year long is just things freezing up on the Spyder. I haven't noticed it yet this year on this Spyder, but my STS somehow got moisture inside of the throttle, and my throttle was frozen. You know, so those are just a couple things that I've run across trying to ride all year round. You know, and besides the obvious things, you know, some of the obvious things are it's freaking cold and you're going to be cold, or, you know, you get snow and it's 20 degrees and salt doesn't work as efficient at 20 degrees as it does at 30 degrees. So then you got to be careful of spots like this. You know, so is it a good enough day to where you can go out and ride and have plenty of traction? Or am I going to be on some backcountry road where they drop grit and it's just a sandy, gooey mess? You know, because it's not worth, well, it's not worth destroying the Spyder in salt, but, you know, I can't stay at the house every day. I go stir crazy. So my goal for this winter is I want to get parts on the Spyder that's going to make the F3 a better touring machine. So this is not a touring machine. This is a cruiser, small trips in town, not a lot of wind protection. But that doesn't mean you can't tour on one of these. You know, I've put many miles on this thing already. So some of the things that are going to make this thing nicer to operate. Oh, I just popped open my visor. I'll tell you what, at 45 miles per hour with a visor up, it is cold on the eyeballs. So, number one, to make this thing a better touring machine is, you know, that rear shock, and I've talked about it too much. And I was pretty much set on just getting the BRP 2-up shock. You know, for what I do, it's probably adequate enough. You know, the wife doesn't come with me that often. You know, the daughter's going to be coming with me more. The daughter weighs a lot less than the wife. But I don't have a problem putting that 2-up shock on this thing and not liking it and taking it off in a year. But I think what I'm going to do is Elke makes a stage 2, I do believe is what it is, shock. You call them, you let them know how much you weigh, what your intended purposes is, what the intended purpose is for the Spyder, and they will build you a shock. So I think I'm going to go that way. I think it, if I'm not mistaken, it's $599 for the stage 2. But it comes with a softer spring and a harder spring, so a 2-spring setup, which is amazing. Number 2, the F3 has an extremely large belt. So at certain speeds it really vibrates, and it vibrates a lot harder than the RT and or the ST or the RS. get out there, just having some fun. So BRP came up with a simple tensioner that helps get rid of the vibration, if not eliminates it completely. And it is, for a OE part, it is extremely cheap at a whopping 45 bucks or 55 bucks. So, to be honest with you, that's the next thing I'm going to buy. You know, because if this thing's vibrating around, you're going to be more fatigued and tired, and you know, I want to put down some serious miles this year. You know, so shock for comfort and for being able to pack crap on this thing. The belt tensioner to keep vibrations out of the Spyder so you're not fatigued. I'm pretty cool with the factory seat and the air hock. I think it's a pretty good combination. I do get a little sore when the wife's on here because she pushes me more forward in the seat than I'm used to sitting. But you know, like I said, she's not going to come, I don't think, but to 1 or 2 trips. But I think I'm gonna let everybody go. I do hope that everybody's Christmas was good and that they have a happy holiday. Hopefully everybody stays safe. Whew, it is cold, everybody. Cold. Everybody take it easy.